half where it looked like such a valiant defensive effort. He thought it might be enough, but ultimately it wasn't.
I think he nailed it. It was a pretty good effort there. Didn't have as much ball as what we would have liked in that second half, but because the way we were attacking, and I thought we were quite threatening throughout that whole match when we had ball in hand. So we had to turn to our defence, and I thought they were excellent.
Can you talk us through how you were able to frustrate the Reds so effectively in the second half?
Yeah, I think just not giving them opportunities. They're a team that likes to attack. They've got some pretty potent, dangerous weapons throughout their back line and out wide, and I think our line speed and our tackle completions in that second half, I think it put a lot of pressure on them in attack, and they just resorted to having to play through the middle a bit.
Were you guys surprised at all that you're able to compete at Super Rugby level after such an absence? I mean, I was obviously both here.
Yeah, no, not at all. We've obviously been working hard at our game and our program for a long time now. Recruited really well and developed some really good players, and comes as no surprise to us that we've been able to compete as well as we have. We're actually quite disappointed that we haven't come away with the wins. We've done enough in patches, but we just got to pull it together for a little bit longer there. But you look to last week compared to this week, there's good progress there, and we'll take another step next week. So yeah, we're here to win games, mate. We're not here to just compete.
And speaking of behalf of the players, obviously there's a strong Queensland contingent on both of you, know that. Did that help bring any sort of added fire to this match?
Yeah, I guess it's pretty special for the players that grew up here and sort of came through the pathways that play in front of family and friends. But we play for our families and our fans back in WA to make the club proud, and we're here, representing a story and a club that's sort of rebuilding and come back stronger than ever. So that's where our ambition comes from and our motivation, and we hope to do those people proud.
Does it make the sting of falling just short? Does that make it worse?
Probably just because these last 2 weeks we've been right in it. That's probably the part that hurts the most. A couple little patches here and there that we've sort of gone off, or haven't got the rub of the green, and we've come up short both times. So like I said, we're here to win games, so we're disappointed with the result, but proud of the effort and proud of the progress that we've shown last 2 weeks.
And Tim, do you think is this going to be the last of those sort of patchy performances? Do you think you can come together from here?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's second game in, we went to another level tonight, and it's I think we'll just keep getting better each week. But gee, there was a lot to like about tonight, and it's not a word I use too often to the guys, and I mentioned just now the guys, is that proud word. I think it gets thrown around pretty loosely, but I was bloody proud tonight.
Just going to see the flight's on its way. Sorry about that.
Just me neither, hurry up. Well, to pass the time, I guess I've got a few more I can think of. If you come up against the Reds again later on this season, perhaps in the finals, do you think this game is sort of showing the pathway to beating them?
Yeah, look, we'll get to play them again, hopefully back in Perth. But yeah, like I said, we'll get better each week. I'm sure they will as well. They've got a pretty handy squad and a good coaching group, so I think it's pretty evident in these first few rounds. There's not much between all the teams. You have to be on your game each day, each week. So yeah, week to week, we'll keep getting better.
Oh, sorry.
Straight in, mate.
Hey, Wayne. Good,
Mate,
mate. How are you?
mate.
If you want to put a recorder. So have you a name or not?
Yes and no, yeah. I think generally pretty happy with how it played out, but not happy with just falling short again. And knowing that when you give it your all and you fall just short and you play some good footy, that it hurts for sure, yeah.
I think your scrum probably did better than any other scrums done against Queensland this year. So was that expected or?
Yeah, I think, look, we've worked really hard on our scrum the last couple of years, and a guy I'd love to give credit to tonight was Angus Wagner on the loose head side, a young fella who's coming on really well. But as we know, it's a full 8. But he did really well. Front row did really well. Even the rotation, the subs we brought on, handled the scrum really well. So it was a good one.
Was it a shoulder?
Yeah, just a really bad stinger. Just went numb for a while there and didn't really come back too quickly, so I didn't want to hamper the team's efforts there. And I've got full range back now, which is good. Obviously a bit frustrating. Would have liked to be out there a bit longer to help out with the team.
With Jono, I mean, you didn't have a long time out there with him, but Jono was certainly taking the ball to the line. I mean, you're starting to work him into your pattern of play really well, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a quality player, and been lucky enough to play with Jono for a long time and win a few premierships at club and NRC level with him, and as well as Super. So, he's come in on short notice and done really well, and he's just going to keep growing each week in that role, and particularly gelling with the guys around him. You look at Nick Juiced and Byron Ralston and those guys that played. Jack McGregor played really well tonight outside him. I think we've got good threats across the park to help that balance.
Queensland's performance, was it about what you expected?
I think probably our defence stood up quite well there and negated moving the ball around, and they got some pretty lethal back 3 players there. So I think they played a pretty powerful game. As they enter our defensive 22, and got a bit of pay out of that tonight. But overall, we're pretty happy with how we contained them.
Jono, the Wallaby fly-half position seems to be pretty wide open at the moment. Would you back him to go in and do a really good job for Dave Rennie?
Absolutely. I think he's a quality player there, and a good level head. He's been around a long time. He's been unlucky with timing of injuries, and I think that maturity in the back line is pretty important these days, particularly test level. If we're going to play 5 games against the Kiwis in 1 year, someone who's got that combativeness as well as that mentality. I think he's definitely got the qualities there. So if he keeps playing well, I'm sure they'll look at him and he'll keep putting his hand up.
Do you see that as his point of difference, that mentality, or is there something else that maybe may elevate him above some of the other contenders?
Just that maturity, I would probably say. I think the other guys are quite young, and they've definitely been playing good footy as well. But a guy that's sort of been a professional rugby player for 10 years and played a little bit in the Northern Hemisphere and got close to that cap one time before. I know the fire still burns deep within him, and I think that experience is what it takes to beat some of those best teams in the world like the Kiwis. So if he keeps playing well, absolutely.
Just Sam, very quickly, mate. Obviously, given your history of Prem Rugby, mate, playing and coaching Mighty Thailand, you guys have obviously got Ronnie Rolston there and winning 3 tries in 2 games, 7 step up out of brothers last year. There's a host of Prem Rugby products playing for the Reds at the moment. Mate, just how awesome is it to see club competition after year feeding the professional level of the game at the moment, and also probably what we've seen in the last decade?
Yeah, it's good, mate. Byron's, I think he knows how to find the paint, and my memory serves me correctly, he was the leading try scorer up here last year in the Premier Rugby competition, which is when we sort of put our eyes on him, and he came over and had a great NRC for us. I think he was one of the leading try scorers in that competition from memory as well. But just a good all-round player. He works really hard at his game, and I think he has an outstanding future.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.